Stop assuming that every vendor who calls themselves end-to-end actually manages the whole journey. I have heard the phrase used by vendors who forge and outsource everything else. I have heard it used by vendors who machine and buy their forgings from someone else. It has become marketing language, and marketing language is exactly what gets buyers into trouble. Let me tell you about Anil. He was a procurement head at a railway components manufacturer. He had selected a vendor specifically because they advertised themselves as a complete end-to-end supplier, forging, heat treatment, machining, inspection, all under one roof. Single source, single accountability. Exactly what he wanted for a critical component. 6 months in, a hardness problem surfaced on a batch. Anil called his vendor expecting them to investigate. Instead, the vendor said, "Sir, we have sent our heat treatment to a job worker nearby. We will check with them." That sentence told Anil everything. The end-to-end vendor he had selected was sourcing one of the most critical processes in the chain, and because it was outsourced, nobody in the vendor's own facility fully understood or controlled it. The single accountability he thought he had bought did not exist. Hello, I am Rahul Agarwal, Managing Director at Prestech Forgings and Engineering Private Limited, and I help procurement teams source forgings without costly mistakes. Here is the heart of the problem. The journey from raw billet to finished component involves several distinct processes: forging, trimming, heat treatment, machining, surface treatment, final inspection. Each is a specialized capability with its own equipment, expertise, and controls. A genuine end-to-end vendor owns all of these within their walls. When something goes wrong, the investigation happens internally. The root cause is found internally. The correction is made internally. One quality system covers the chain. One team is accountable for the whole component. A vendor who claims end-to-end but outsources some of these processes is something else. They are called a coordinator. They manage the component as it travels between their facility to various job workers, and every time it crosses a boundary between two facilities, you get the same gap I have spoken about before, a place where quality can be lost and accountability can disappear. The danger is that this difference is invisible from outside. Both vendors show you a finished component, both quote one price, both say end to end. You cannot tell them apart from a brochure. Only specific questions about specific processes and a facility visit reveal the truth. And one layer deeper, even among vendors who own all the processes, there is a difference between owning a process and controlling it well. A vendor might have an in-house heat treatment furnace, but if there is no metallurgist, no automatic temperature logging, no regular hardness verification, they own it physically, but they do not control it technically. A different kind of gap, harder to stop, just as costly. So what does a genuine end-to-end vendor actually manage, and where do most who use the phrase quietly fall short? Walk the chain with me, process by process. Forging, the one process almost every forging vendor genuinely owns. But ask anyway, do you subcontract overflow during the peak periods? Some vendors quietly do. Meanwhile, your part may be made on equipment you have never seen by people you never have assessed. Trimming, usually in-house, usually fine. But ask whether trimming uses dedicated tools or is done manually. Manual trimming creates exactly the inconsistency that causes machining problems downstream. Heat treatment, the most commonly outsourced process and the most dangerous one to outsource. Heat treatment determines your component's mechanical properties, hardness, strength, and toughness. Send it to a job worker, the vendor loses direct control over time, temperature, and quench rate. The three variables that decide whether your part performs or fails. Ask directly, is heat treatment in-house? Is furnace temperature logged automatic? Is there a metallurgist who owns the process? If heat treatment is outsourced, treat the end-to-end claim with serious caution. Machining, the second most commonly outsourced. A genuine end-to-end vendor Machines in-house with forging and machining teams coordinating on datums and fixtures. Outsourced machining reintroduces every risk of split supply hidden behind a single invoice. Surface treatment, plating, phosphating, shot blasting, frequently outsourced and often acceptably so because it is more standardized. But ask how the vendor controls outsourced treatment, incoming inspection, adhesion testing, coating thickness verification. Outsourcing is acceptable here only if the controls travels with it. Final inspection must be in-house and must be independent. The vendor's own quality team should inspect the complete component against your drawing before dispatch, not whichever facility did the last process. Otherwise, there is no independent check on the finished parts. Now the practical test. Do not ask a vendor, are you end to end? They will all say yes. Instead, ask them to walk you through where each of these 6 processes physically happens. Make them name the building, the equipment and the team for each one. The processes inside their walls are the ones they genuinely control. The ones they explain with, we have a reliable partner for that, are the gaps in their claim. Anil did exactly this when selecting his replacement vendor. 5 of 6 processes were in-house. The 6th, surface treatment, was outsourced, but the vendor showed him their incoming inspection and coating verification records. There was an outsourcing he could accept because the control traveled with it. The phrase end-to-end means nothing on its own. What matters is which processes the vendor controls directly, how well, and what controls exist at the boundaries they cannot avoid. Ask process by process. The answers tell you exactly what you are buying. If you are evaluating a vendor who calls themselves end-to-end and want a process by process checklist to test that claim during your visit, send me a message and I will share it directly. Thank you. See you in my